Welcome in Libra to Don Williams Tarot. This message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Libra. So if you have those placements, this message may be for you. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, not a one-on-one reading. So just take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. Okay. If you're interested in doing a deeper dive as to what's going on with you and your life, I do provide private readings. My information is in the description box below, or you can go to donwilliamstarot.com to find my pricing and availability. Okay. For those of you who are returning to my channel, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support. For those of you who are brand new to my channel, you may want to consider subscribing to my channel, as I am starting to do live readings where I actually take questions from the audience. You just pop your question into the chat and I pull cards. I have done this now starting last week, and then I plan actually to post a session for Sunday morning, tomorrow morning. And I'm recording this on June the 1st. So I'm going to be putting a message up for June the 2nd, Sunday, June the 2nd, in the morning, Arizona time, because I live in Arizona. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask, you can come in there and you can pop those into the chat and I will pull cards, okay? Okay, so what I'm going to do for you today, I'm going to pull a message from the universe. I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you today. And as I'm doing that portion of your reading, I'm going to take myself off camera so that we can concentrate on your cards. When I've completed this portion of your reading, I'm going to put myself back on camera, and then I'm going to pull 5 main themes from the Tea Leaf Tarot, which is what I normally do in my readings at the end. So these cards, these final cards, are either reiterating information we've already discussed, or it's brand new messages that Spirit wants you to be aware of. Okay, so here we go. Now, I've already shuffled your cards and everything, and as I laid them out, if you have not already done so, would you please give me a thumbs up, because it really does help my algorithms. Oh, lovers, that's a good card. 9 of Swords. Huh, interesting. Let's pull this down a little bit. 9 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Magician card, the Moon card, 8 of Swords, and the Justice. So you're showing up very strongly in your reading here at the end. Okay, so we start off your reading with the Lovers. So some of you may be finding a new love, or you might be maybe you're taking your relationship to the next level and you've decided that you may decide to commingle, or you're going to get married or something along those lines. This is about love, you know, the exchange of love between two people. The other thing about this card, though, is the Lovers is also my partnership card. So let's say you are starting a business, or you have a business and you're looking for someone to come in and help you. And it feels as though whoever that person may be for you, it will be a good fit. You do have this angel above you, and if you look, you've got the sun's rays coming in and blessing that whole situation. The Lovers is about partnership. It is about duality. It is about love, relationships, and it is about like 2 elements coming together. Okay, so this is a very positive card. So some of you might be finding new love. Okay, now what is crossing over you? So this is either helping or hindering you, is the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is my card of sleepless nights, nightmares, energy that is preventing you from sleeping through the night solidly. As you can see, she's got a lot of worry. So there's worry and anxiety associated with this card. So it could represent a bunch of different things for you. But just keep in mind that the swords are about your thoughts. They're also about your words. So it's about words and, your communication. So it feels as though with her, I mean, you can tell by her body language that, she is not able to sleep. He or she, I don't know if it's a female or a male. She does have this blanket over her. There is comfort available to her if she were just allowed herself to control her thoughts, control her mind. So with this card, I typically tell people you need to flip the thoughts. If you are not giving yourself enough time during the day to deal with whatever these thoughts may be representing, and that's when they seem to show up for you, is when you're getting ready to go to sleep. A spirit suggestion is to write those thoughts down so that you can go to sleep and tell yourself, it's an exercise. Tell yourself, I'm going to write down my thoughts so I can sleep well. And in the morning, I'm going to pick up this pad. And then you have to take an action towards one of those things that's keeping you awake, right? It has worked for me many times. And then, of course, the 9 in tarot is about persevering, and it is about progression and advancement. So I do feel as though this energy is here, and it can assist you if you allow it to flip the way that you're thinking about things. And I feel like it will bring you some relief. Okay, so your thoughts are the 9 of Wands. So some of you may be feeling as though you are the wounded warrior here. As you can see, he's planted all of these wands. He's maintaining them. He's taking care of them, but it's costing him a price of some kind. Now, again, the 9s are about progressing and persevering. He's almost ready to pluck all those and bring in his harvest, right? So that would be the 10. The 10 would be completion. So you're very close to completing something. Now, the swords do represent our inspiration, our creativity, our passion, our motivation, and our intuition. So it could be a thing where right about now you're feeling tired, or you're feeling worn down, or you're feeling as though, you've been fighting the good fight, but you are still waiting to get over the finish line, right? But this is the way that you're thinking about things. And as this is a progressive card, I do feel that you will reach whatever it is that you're trying to create yourself, and it will come to an end for you. Your foundation for June is the Queen of Cups. Now, this queen is my emotionally stable queen. You can see there's water all around her, so this does associate with water sign. She is completely focused on that cup. And the reason why is, as long as that cup is full and that cup has good emotions associated with it, she is the greatest queen, that you could have. She does rule from that space of emotions, but she is like I said, she is our stable queen. So she does bring a lot of stability to the forefront for you. Now, this could be a situation where you're actually feeling like this queen, where you're feeling full of love, you're feeling very fulfilled right now. Or this could represent someone that you know. This could be a mother, it could be a sister, it could be your auntie, it could be you. It could be somebody that is a female in your family, or it could be a very close friend who's just, one of those emotional rocks for you that really is a champion for you. But that is the person that is supporting and helping build you for this month. So you're going to have dealings with this individual, whoever she may be for you. Okay. And then your immediate past, we have the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands for me, wands are all about building your confidence, and it's all about experience, gaining experience, utilizing the experience that you have. And as you can see, he's kind of on top of this, small little hilltop here. And he does have other people that are trying to knock him off his pedestal. For me, the Seven of Wands always represents success. It represents sticking up for yourself. And it also represents protecting your space, right? He's protecting himself on his hill. And but the thing about the seven too, in this card is that, defending yourself. And sometimes that is just as simple as being able to say no and mean it. And, one of the things that I've been learning in the past couple of years is you don't have to explain to people why you say no. You just say no, and they just have to accept your answer, right? So I feel like this is where you're setting up boundaries as well. So it could have been a situation where you've had to defend yourself either in the workspace, or it could have been at home in a conversation with someone, where you feel as though you had to step up for your beliefs, or you had to step in and explain, or share why you think and feel the way that you do. Now, in your immediate future, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles to me represents your skills. This is very much associated with your job or your career. It feels as though you are a very focused individual, that once you get to work, you don't need to be, told what to do. You already know what you're doing for the day, or whatever it is that you're doing as your contribution. And it feels as though if you are an individual who, I don't know, works from home, or has your own consulting business, or you have a side business, or whatever it may be, it feels as though you are going to be very busy for this month. Okay. So if you're really focusing on your job, I feel as though also some of you may be eligible for some type of a promotion or some type of recognition in your job space. And maybe they will recognize you, maybe not so much with a bonus, but maybe they'll recognize you with a luncheon, or you're gonna be taking your bows, I guess is what I'm gonna say, in terms of either projects completed, or that you've done something that is outstanding and you're going to be recognized for it. And of course, it's going to be one of those situations where it'll be different for all of you, right? Because it's a general reading. Now, as we go up our ladder, we start off in the distant future. So this is your immediate future. As we are moving and progressing on, we then have the Magician card. This is a major arcana. I really like the Magician. This is all about your ability to manifest and to create and to build your life the way that you want to. He has all the tools in his toolbox for him to be able to create what he wants. He's also bringing down his knowledge and information from above, as above, so below. And as you can say, he's grounding it right here in, the 3D world. He has all of his tools here. He's got his pentacles, his cups, his swords, and his wands. So that means that he has everything at his disposal. The other thing that I notice is there is an abundance of flowers here, which is kind of fertility and, the energy of Mother Earth. And in this situation, I feel those of you that are really working on creating something, now is the time to really work on that, focus on it. And because you do have this focus card, and this is following right after, right? So it feels as though those of you that may be focusing on a new project, focusing on a new job potential, focusing on building a business, whatever it may be, it feels as though it's going to be very successful for you. And the Magician is also the energy of mastery and expertise. And there is a level of training here. So that training could kick up in any different way. So it could be that maybe the current role that you have in an organization. They want you to be able to do a specific type of job, but you don't have that skill set. So they send you to school to learn it, or you take some kind of a certification course, or you go back and you get your degree of some kind. It could represent those things. But then also, because I always associate the magician with a spiritual aspect, it could be that some of you are going to be taking some spiritual development classes as well. Okay, now your closest relationships. We have the moon. The moon is our mystery card. It is about mysterious paths. If you look at this lobster who is very comfortable in his water, he's actually going to come up onto land, and his job is to walk down that path. He has to go by the dog. He has to go by the coyote. He has to go by the pillars. And his journey is going to take him way back to the mountains back there. That is where his success lies. Sorry. I laugh at myself. Where his success lies, right? So whatever it is that he's wanting, he knows he has to make that journey. This is a night card. So this is, he's going to be traversing in the dark. He doesn't exactly know what he's going to encounter, right? That's all the mystery about the moon. Now, the dog represents loyalty, right? So the dog represents loyalty, companionship. The coyote represents our basic animalistic nature. So we actually embody and embrace both of those elements as we traverse down this path. Now, how does this affect you, Libra? The moon is also about hidden truths. So it feels as though some of you might be looking for some truths. You might be doing some deep dives into information that's going to be surfacing that you're curious about. It also is about trusting your intuition. This is really a very intuitive card, which really does help you to be able to discern truth from dishonesty. I feel as though with all the things that are surfacing for us to look at through all the ages, and realizing, especially if you live here in the US, how screwed up our government is and that we've been lied to for all these years, it feels as though that is part of the energy that is going to be surfacing. It's not just a one-on-one type of thing, but that curiosity is there. But it also feels as though it's at this higher level of, information emerging. Now, the last thing about this card that I want to talk about is it's also about facing your fears. So it could be, and I don't know what your fears may be, whatever they may be, there is a level of energy here associated with that. And as this is in your closest relationships, there is something here that is being hidden. So I hope it isn't a situation where you find out, that your significant other is cheating or doing something that is not honorable. Now I'm only throwing that out there. I don't really feel that because you do have the Lovers card here. So maybe it's a situation where your lover is going to surprise you with a weekend away or something like that, which would be lovely. Okay, so your future feelings is this Eight of Swords. Now, again, this is mental, emotional energy here. She is all bound up. She's got, she's bound up here, and then she's got this blindfold on. And the swords are representing her thoughts. So in this card, it's self-inflicted. And again, this is all about the way that you're thinking about things. And I know it's really hard to always have a positive outcome. We all have to be able to feel our feelings. And when things are surfacing for us that trigger us, right? We have to be able to work through that. And I just saw this great meme the other day that talked about when you are triggered by something, that is your opportunity to heal it, because maybe it's a situation where it maybe triggered you a while ago, but you just kind of like recognized it and saw it, but didn't really do anything about it. But now you're being asked every time this situation comes up, it triggers you. So what is your issue with it? Do a deeper dive to find out how to release yourself from the self-imposed bondage here. Now, the thing is, if you look at her, she's in low tide. It's not like she's going to drown. And she has these swords here. While she doesn't really know where those swords are because she's blindfolded, I do feel as though if, she were just to take a risk, move forward, she would move away from the swords and she'd probably be able to free herself, right? So this is all about self-imposed thinking, self-imposed, and again, flipping your thoughts. Your final card is the Justice card. This is the truth and on the right path card. As you can see, he does have a sword here. When swords are facing up in this position on any card in tarot, this does represent truth and integrity. He also has the balance here, the scales here for balance. So it feels as though you are on the right path. This does represent your energy. Be aware of driving too fast. Whenever I see the Justice card, I just throw that out there because if you're going to have any, most of the time, whenever you're going to have any confrontation with the law or anything like that, it's usually because, you're driving too fast or something like that and you get pulled over. But you can avoid that if you just are mindful, right? Overall, this is a beautiful card. I do feel as though what this is saying is this is just representing you. And as we're looking at this energy, the only thing that really feels as though that there's a heavy burden for you is with the way that you're thinking about things, that things are going to come up for you. And it could be that those thoughts have to do with maybe you've had a belief system that you've carried with you from the time that you were a child. And then you find out that the information that you believed to be honest and true is now not honest and true. And it does throw us for a loop. It does feel as though, we've been lied to. And when you feel as though you've been lied to and deceit is there and you've been cheated, it strips away so many things and it makes you feel very vulnerable. So, I understand those feelings. I've gone through that because I've been awake for a long time, and I've been doing deep dives with all the stuff that they've been, bringing up with the alternate media as well. So there is a lot of things for us to process. The month of June is a very busy, fast-moving month. That's the way that I see it for you as well, Libra. I'm going to go ahead and pull myself back on screen, and I'm going to pull your 5 last cards to finalize your reading. 3, 4. If you've made it this far and you have not done so, please give me a thumbs up. Appreciate you. Okay, your first card is a horseshoe. Good luck. Well, that's good. I love good luck. Oh, and then you have the sun. See, happiness and well-being. I was saying that on this lover's card, it feels as though with that lover's card that the sun is, bringing in a lot of healing and nurturing and joy. And, get out in the sun. I'm not saying go out there and get sunburnt. As you can see, I went out in the sun this morning just for like 10 minutes and I've already burned my face. Well, it's really hot here too. It's 90 degrees where I live. Next card, lobster, a financial pinch. Okay, but that's just a minor thing. Just be aware of your spending. I think that's a smart thing to do anyway. A diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Now, we did see that lover's card. So like I said, some of you may be taking that next step. And if you are, congratulations. I wish you long life. Beryl, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Yeah, I can't really address that too much because I've always had goals. I've always been a goal keeper. I also journal, so I'm writing and I'm constantly monitoring like when things manifest for me, those kinds of things. And goals are important because if you don't have a goal, what tethers you to project forward, right? Because then you're just kind of coasting. But anyway, this looks great, Libra. I hope you found something that is going to help you for this month. I'll be with you here again soon. And until then, take very good care of you and enjoy your month.